You know, as great as this music is, it's the last thing I would expect to hear in a place called the Lost Woods. The name sounds very ominous, but the music is super cheery and nice. Maybe it's because whenever you go down a wrong path, you just get spat back onto Kokiri Forest anyway, so you can't truly get lost. You can get lost finding the way to the place in the middle, but if you do get lost, the world is just like, here you go. Here's back to safety. Here's back to your hometown. Anyway, hey everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Almost said Majora's Mask. Good thing I didn't. Last time, we came into Goron City, or we went up Death Mountain Trail after exploring around Kakarika Village, came into Goron City, talked to their big boss Darunia, and he told us to piss off. So we did. We pissed off back to the forest, where we met our best friend Saria, who taught us a song that could be of use. Now, apparently in the process, oh yeah, I did light up the torches, didn't I? Well, unfortunately, there's nothing we could do with this big spinning jar in the middle, so to begin this video, I think I shall talk to the Gorons around Goron City, as I think I skipped over most of them last time. I think we've already talked to you. How was Big Brother? We all like this music? Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think we've heard that before, so let's go, up and around to the middle. I think that guy was hiding some sticks, right? Some Deku sticks in the pot 3 feet away from him. Yes, very, very hidden, buddy. Good job. Okay, we could go out here. Here we have a rolling Goron, a very large rolling Goron. I'm gonna stay out of the way of him. We got some pots with rupees I don't need. If I ever find a shop, I should really buy something from it so I can actually use these rupees on something. That is one kind of problem with this game. Because the combat is so easy, most of the shops don't sell anything useful, and so you just kind of have nothing to use your rupees on for the entire runtime. And so you end up building a huge stockpile of them. I think there are some useful things to buy with rupees, but it's the exception rather than the rule.
Hey, it's dangerous for a little kid like you to come out here. You might fall down. If I'm not mistaken, you came out here to eat the redstone. Well, too bad, it's not here.
What? That's not why you're here? I'm here to collect the redstone, not to eat it. But I suppose for you guys, that might be the same thing.
You're looking for a spiritual stone? You must mean that delicious-looking redstone that was once displayed here. I was so hungry that I thought it would be okay to just give it one tiny little lick, so I snuck out here, but it was already gone. I think Big Brother took it away. He always says that everyone is after that redstone. Big Brother has shut himself up in his room, saying, I will wait in here for the royal family's messenger.
Okay, we've already heard that hint from somewhere else, but that is at least good reinforcement of that. Looks like something used to be said in this stand. Yep, as he described it, was the stone. What? Impa said that the spiritual stone of fire is somewhere on Death Mount. Really? I didn't know that, Navi. Thank you. Alright, let's just do the thing we're supposed to do. See if you have a hint. I know there's some Goron around here who hints what you have to use Saria's song on here, but I might just go use it on what I have to use it on. Speech 100.
I'm so hungry I can't think about anything but food. Ask Big Brother about complicated things.
Well, I did, and he told me to fuck off.
He's in a bad mood. He'll probably get mad at you. It can be pretty scary, but I know his secrets. He may not look like the type, but Big Brother loves to dance. If he gets in a rhythm, he'll surely. I remember Big Brother used to always listen to the music that comes from the forest.
Alright, here's that hint I wanted.
Ah yes, the good old days. That music makes me feel nostalgic too. When all the torches on this floor are lit,
Goron City is really lively. And really loud, can I say? Just like, wow, you guys live with this thing in the center of your town all day making that racket? Alright, whatever you guys want. Maybe you don't have ears. Maybe it only bothers humans. Alright, Darunia, here's something that should cheer you up. Let me see if I can remember how to play it. Perfect! I do not want to talk to Sari. No! Really? Do you want to talk to... No! I know that's a bit mean to say to her. I guess I wasn't close enough to it. One second. Close enough to it. Wow. Okay, yeah, right. In Ocarina of Time, if you are standing in a zone where you're able to play a song, this music score will come up, and you can watch what you play appear on the screen. Majora's Mask doesn't do that, so I got a little confused there. Still got Majora's Mask on the brain.
Come on! Come on, come on, come on! Hot! What a hot beat! Whoa! This is so weird. Yeah! Yahoo! Hey, what a nice tune! Just like that, my depression is all gone. Something just came over me. I suddenly wanted to dance like crazy. I am Darunia. I'm the big boss of the Gorons. Was there something you wanted to ask me about? I don't remember what my voice for this guy was last time, so I'm going with some kind of replacement. What? You want the Spiritual Stone of Fire, too? The Spiritual Stone of Fire, also known as the Goron's Ruby, is our race's hidden treasure. But hold on, I'm not gonna give it to you that easily. If you want it so badly, why don't you go destroy the monsters inside the Dodongo's Cavern and prove you're a real man? That way, everybody will be happy again. If you do it, I will give you anything you want, even the Spiritual Stone. Even a hug? I have something for you. I'm not really giving you this in return for anything, but take it anyway. Okay, very arbitrary and random. Thanks, buddy. If you wear this, even a little fella like you can pick a bomb flower using A. You got the Goron's bracelet. Now you can pull up bomb flowers and also pull up large things of grass, I think, maybe. Well, at least the bomb flowers are the more important thing. Stand next to one and use A to pull it up. That is the shortest description for an item we've seen yet. I believe that item, yes, not in the inventory, it is and now an equipment piece. We just have it. So we now have the innate ability to pick up bomb flowers should we need to, which will allow us into Dodongo's Cavern. And yes, indeed, we shall be exploring Dodongo's Cavern this video. I'm very excited for that. Destroy the monsters in the Dodongo's Cavern and become a real man. Then we can talk about the Spiritual Stone. I will say, Dodongo's Cavern definitely feels like the point in the game where things step up a lot. It definitely feels like the point in the game where you go from the weak little kid at the beginning to someone actually capable. It's really cool. All right. Anyway, let's get up to the top, get into this freaking cavern, and save the Gorons from starvation. Oh yeah, actually, in the meantime, we can pick up other bomb flowers, I'm pretty sure, and we can bring them to this thing and try to throw them in. Though there's no bomb flower anywhere close to here, so that's gonna be annoying. I guess I can bring one from over here, but it might be a very long distance to travel. Pick you up. Sis, hizzle, hizzle? It should be sizzle. What am I saying? Alright. That looks hard to do. You know what? I'll come back to that another time. You can throw bombs into that big jar, and if you do so, stuff might happen. It'll give you a random item, and one of them can be a piece of heart, so it is worth doing eventually, but it's really hard to do with just bomb flowers, so I'll come back to that in a little bit. Oh yeah, that's one thing weird about this game, is that pots can respawn if you exit the room and come back, but they will not restock their items unless you leave the map entirely and come back. So, you know, the little dark transitions like the one to Darunia's room does not cause the pots to restock, but leaving Goron City entirely and coming back will. It's a little weird. Okay, we got some strange-looking blocks over here, as well as strange-looking blocks over there. Nothing we can do here for now, so let's head down these stairs instead. I believe this is where the big guy that's rolling around is. If we were to go back here, there is a sign. If you can stop my wild rolling, you might get something great. The Hot Rodder Goron. I don't know what Hot Rodder means, but sure, whatever. Are there bomb flowers on this level? Uh-oh, there might not be. Oh no, I see one. Okay. So what we have to do, what we have to do might not be possible. So we have to stop him back there under that overhang. This will also be easier a little bit later, so I think I'll come back for that later as well. For now, I guess we can use the bomb flowers to blow open this door. The way bomb flowers work is you pick them up, you hold them in your hand, and then if you're moving, you press A, you throw them. If you're standing still when you press A, you'll drop them wherever you want. You can also guard their explosion with the shield if you're close to them like this. There we go, I just got pushed back a little bit. Are there any more thingies? Oh yes, there are, okay. But we should have plenty of time to blow those up. These bomb flowers are not very far away. I like how the bomb flowers unloaded when I moved 5 feet away. That's just how this game is. Ooh, that was close. All right, there's still one more, right? Yeah, there's a lot of walls here, but it's fine. We get to practice using our bombs before we have to take them into a big dungeon. Then we throw. Actually, I think that might have hurt. Okay, it just barely worked, thank goodness. Hi!
Here's one strange trait about the Gorons, which honestly seem to have disappeared in the later Zelda games, in the latest Zelda games at least. Gorons can be massive, like this guy.
I'm working on something really cool right now, but I think it's going to take a while. If you can wait 5 or 6 years, it should be ready, okay?
Sure, I guess I do have 5 or 6 years to kill. Why not? I'll come back in 5 or 6 years. It's a very strange thing, but it's fine. We'll have to keep that in mind for later. Assuming 5 or 6 in-game years do pass, which they might not. I mean, days pass, but you know how games work. That usually never amounts to anything. The only games where that actually occurs, where days actually pass and years pass and whatever, is honestly the Bethesda games, where, you know, they do actually keep the current date in-game somewhere in the menu, and it does progress, which I think is a cool feature that not a lot of other games do, though it makes sense. In fact, even in those games, the passage of years doesn't do anything. It's just a cosmetic little thing in the menu. Alright, now I should be able to pick up this bomb flower, throw it over the edge, and falls right in front of the boulder in front of Dodongo's Cavern and blows it open for us. Perfect. I hope that Goron sitting right there is okay. Now, if we look down on that platform, we can see there is a piece of heart sitting there. You're intended to get that piece of heart later with another ability, but you can also get it by turning this way, locking onto something that isn't an enemy, and then backflipping over this ledge. No, we don't want this. We want to backflip over the ledge, and then fall to the left, and it didn't work. Okay. You can fall on the ledge like that, though. I have to try it again, real quick. Oh, there might be some extra things we can see out here on Death Mountain Trail, now that we have the ability to pick up bomb flowers. There should be some walls we can destroy now. Hello, sir. Don't worry, I already took care of the boulder. Let's see if you have anything to say about it. Oh, come on, sit up. I hate having to wait for these guys to get up before you can talk to them.
Oh, I see. We should have thrown the bomb from the cliff.
I'm surprised none of y'all thought of that, honestly. There was a bomb flower sitting right there on the cliff, being guarded by one of you. Is it a beautiful fairy? Yes, we've already heard that, okay. Not every Goron reacts to our actions, but some of them do. I don't know why Navi glows green over there. Maybe it could be, like, there's a giant fairy there. Or huge fairy. I don't know, what would you call those little, like, the big fairies, right? I remember I called it a huge fairy in one of the previous videos, but it's more accurate to call it a big fairy. All right, this should be... That works! We just barely got on the ledge and got the piece of heart for free! No need for that later ability or anything! Collected 3 pieces. Oh man, if only I could get one more. I could be going into this place with 5 hearts. It's okay though, 4 hearts are all we really need. All right, what do you have to say now?
Oh, now we can enter the cavern. You're so smart!
I'm so smart for figuring out how to throw a bomb from a cliff. Intelligence 100. Welcome. We start with the blockade! Well, I guess that's the end of that journey. Nah, there's a bomb flower right over here. Throw it at the door, and let yourself in to Dodongo's Cavern. I want to say this place started the trend of the second Dungeons of Zelda games always being lava levels. Because, yeah, it's kind of an interesting trend the Legend of Zelda series does, because you would expect a lava level would be the last dungeon, but no, it's almost always the second one. Looks like there are so many lava pits around here, so watch your step. I added an extra word that wasn't there, but it's okay. Alright, yes, so those lava pits down there, if we stand in those, we will take a quarter heart of a damage each half second, I want to say. It's not as much damage as you would expect from flaming hot lava, but hey, that's just how it works. Alright, I can't remember which side of the room you want to go to first. Man, you have to wait for these platforms to slowly rise back up. Oh man, this is fun. Very fun gameplay right here. Alright, we're on the other side. We also have a new enemy here. These guys. These are Beamos. Watch out for its searching beam. I bet it doesn't like smoke to get in its eye. So, whenever they see you, they will shoot a laser beam at you until you get too far away. The way to take them out is to use a bomb. Pick up a bomb flower, lock on, throw them on their head. Bam! Might take some practice to get the exact distance to stand from them in order to actually hit them with the bomb flower, but once you get that down, they're pretty easy to kill. Their laser beams do hurt though, so be careful around them. Make sure, if you're wanting to slip past one, make sure you do it while they're not looking at you. Thank you, Buff. If you let me go, I will sell you a dagger shield. It's 50 rupees. I will not take the shield, but Thank you for the reminder. Yikes, I'm going home then. Yeah, you better go home, idiot. Stupid. Oh yeah, I could have accessed the shop in Goron City. I totally forgot that was the thing. All right, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, I should equip this. If you block a fire attack with the Deku Shield, it will burn up and you will lose the shield. And you must buy another one, say, for instance, from this guy. That was a very bad way to word that, but it's fine. I've just resigned myself to the fact that my speech is going to be horrible today. Like it always is. Okay, it's not always horrible. It's just especially bad today for some reason. So yeah, we want the Hylian shield on going through this place. That is the long and short of it. Hey, a chest. Okay. It was good of me to start over here then. Always start with the left. That's the rule with these adventure games. Unlike platformers, where the rule is to always go right, here, you always go left. Well, actually, there are many platformers where you have to go left at the start, but still. Here's the dungeon map. We got a map of the cavern. It makes a lot more sense somebody would have mapped out this cavern as opposed to the insides of the Great Deku Tree. Especially because this is a place the Gorons visit all the time to get food, right? Oh god, okay. Because I stopped moving there, I accidentally dropped the bomb at my feet. That is one way this game's weird controls can get in the way sometimes. It's not a super huge deal, though. All right, there we go. Took all of 1/4 of a heart of damage from standing in the lava briefly. It's fine. All right, you raise me up to the other side of the room. I don't know how this song actually goes. So there you have it. All right, I'll stop. I think we have 2 things to bomb here. One over this way. Let me throw that. Back away. I don't even have to look at it. Cool kids don't look at explosions. Did it actually explode? No, it didn't. Actually, I think you have to look at the explosion or else it won't destroy the wall. Okay, well, you know, Link doesn't, but I do. Perfect. Okay, we'll check out what that is in a second. For now, let's wait for another one to grow and bomb the other thing. Hiya! Let me test. Okay, no, that one opened. All right, I don't really know. I think I just didn't get the bomb close enough last time. This here is a gossip stone. Well, we still can't do anything with these right now. This statue's one-eyed gaze pierces into your mind. Yeah, still can't do anything with those right now. Actually, is that true? There is a secret you can do with these things. Stand in front of one and play Zelda's Lullaby. I actually remembered that first try, wow. I never remember the Ocarina of Time song's first try, because I play Majora's Mask way more. Yes, this will spawn a fairy. Fairies only refill your health to full. We used it to refill a grand total of 1 point of health, but yeah. If you ended up using your fairy in a bottle, you can get another one for free by playing the Zelda's Lullaby in front of a gossip stone. It's yet another way that you can get extremely overpowered in this game. These things are baby Dodongos. This is their cavern, so it makes sense that we'd find them here. Unfortunately, they are enemies, so we're gonna have to clear them out. Ooh, they actually do a lot of damage. I think they did half a heart of damage. That's a decent amount. For an Ocarina of Time enemy, that's a decent amount of damage. All right, there you go. We got 2 more. I think, yeah, you can hit any side of them. Their parents are a little more durable than they are, as you could probably expect. But yeah, the baby Dodongos, you just slash at them, you hit them, they die. Enough said. So there's apparently a spot up there we could go to with something else we don't have. There's a lot of that kind of thing in these early dungeons. Like, ooh, look, here's something you could get if you had something that you can't get until later on in the game, so I guess you'll have to revisit the dungeon another time. But the game does that less and less as you go. As you progress through the game, you are able to complete more and more of the dungeons on your first visit, which I suppose makes sense in a Metroidvania-style game. Yes, I'm calling this game a Metroidvania. It's where it originated, you dinguses. Anyway, right here, these statues, we can move these over to this blue button. Why is the button blue? Because when you step on it, it unlocks the door, then you can step off of it, and it relocks the door. So what you need to do is hold it down with one of these statues. They're very heavy, so it takes a little while, but it's fine. Eventually we get there, and the door opens. I don't think there's anywhere else to explore in this room, not that I could remember. Nothing back there. There are those, like, bars up above, but I think those are just decorations. They're supposed to be, like, stalactites of some weird kind. Got keys in this room. We can free aim them, or we could just use Z targeting, which would be a lot easier. I don't think that's all of them, actually, is it? Apparently it is, because the music started up in full blast, so let's keep going. Alright, we got our first mini-boss in here. These guys are Lizalfos. Use your shield well and fight you with Z-targeting techniques. So you just want to guard their swipes. Not their swipes, I don't know what the hell that means. Guard their swipe, and retaliate. That's about it. I think you can get multiple hits on them if you spam it. Only one of them comes after you at a time, but they will swap out who's the more aggressive one from now and again. Even though there are two of them, only one fights you at a time. I don't understand what the point is in having two of them then, if only one is gonna attack you at a time, but that's just the logic they went with. The same goes for some of the Elden Ring bosses, how they reprogram some of them so that only one attacks you at a time, even though there's three of them. I don't know. I mean, in that case, it was a way to make them not a bunch of bullshit. In this case, though, I feel like you could have had more than one attacking us at a time. Or at least, like, do it for some kind of phase 2. Just having one come at us at a time is a little weird and kind of boring, honestly. It's fine, though, because they're almost dead. Let me Deku Stick you to death! Bam! I still love the thought that the Deku Sticks do more damage than the sword. It makes no sense at all, and I love it. Alright, I believe there is a secret in this room. Yes, if you go over here, this here is a lava fall. I would love to know if any of these exist in real life. I highly doubt they do, but it would be awesome to see if they did. I want to say there's a secret room behind this. I'm going to do a save state just in case there isn't. Okay, well, I didn't hit one. Okay. Fortunately, your punishment for failing to reach it is not super great. Yes, okay, there is a secret room, and there's a recovery heart inside, and that is it. All right. Very pointful. Moving on. Do people actually say that? People actually say pointful? If not, then we gotta start. It's fun. It's fun to say. I love saying pointful. Makes a great opposite word to pointless. Alright, in here we have the adult Dodongo. Watch out for its fiery breath. Use Z-targeting techniques. If you remember, these guys were the first enemies in my Majora's Mask Let's Play to almost kill me. They will not be the same way in Ocarina of Time. As you saw there, it went down in a single jump attack. It is a small Dodongo, and I think there are larger ones that are tankier, but still. The ones in Ocarina of Time really suck at attacking you, honestly. Let me see. Okay, it turns. Okay, it does actually face me. So maybe I'm thinking of the 3DS version, where the Dodongos, for some reason, are incapable of facing you. They are incapable of aiming at you with their fire breath. Wow, I guess this is showing just how much more powerful the jump attack is. A single jump attack takes them out, whereas 4 normal swipes take them out. That's interesting. I don't think the jump attack is 4 times damage. That'd be a little ridiculous if it was. Hello there, sir. Well, actually, I would like to show something fun. So, I can't do it with this shield. We're gonna have to switch, and I'm gonna have to risk losing my Deku shield, but that's okay. So, I think I have shown off this crouch stab earlier. There's a fun property within Ocarina of Time, and that is that it does not actually have a damage value set. So, it uses the damage value of the most recent attack you've used. So, for example, if I were to jump attack, crouch stabbing now deals the same damage as a jump attack. So if I go to attack this guy, let me get him to breathe fire. There we go. Crouch stab. Ah, man, okay. Let me see. Hopefully one more should do it. Yes, yes. I think crouch stabs are supposed to do either the same amount or less than a normal swipe, yet that one killed it in 2 hits because it was using the jump attack's damage. And that's all because I think they just forgot to set a value to that attack. They fixed that in Majora's Mask, though it was specifically the North American release of Majora's Mask. The Japanese version of Majora's Mask still has that bug in place. Alright, here's this door. Is this a room we can do anything in? Okay, it has a business scrub. Let's see what useless crap you have to sell. Alright, you win. In return, I'll sell you Deku... You know what? I'm missing one. Let's buy one. Just have something to use my rupees on. I didn't need to do... He even dropped me rupees afterwards. Okay. Thank you for the 3 rupee discount, my man. But yeah, I need something to spend my rupees on because I have 99 of them and I can't get any more at the moment. How many skull chills do I have? I don't think I've gotten any, so I think I still have less than 10. Yeah, I have 8, so we are 2 away from being able to do something about our very low rupee cap. I think all these guys are... Yeah, they're back. Okay, well, time to Deku Stick them. Hiya! Oh, that doesn't kill... Interesting. How'd I kill that first one in one shot, then? Maybe it's a smaller one? Hold on. Let me try doing the crouch stab jump attack thing again on this first one. So I did a jump attack. I can't do it with the shield. Crap. All right, let me one second. Let me navigate to the shield, and then let me do another jump attack, just to be sure it keeps the same damage. Poke. Ah, okay. I guess I just got really lucky and got a weird janky hit on it the first time around. Well, whatever. So what you're supposed to do in this room, as you can see by the unlit torches, is you are supposed to light all the torches. Once these guys get out of the way, I can get on that proper. Wow, you're still going, huh? Okay, that's when... That's how they're a little bad at aiming at you, I see. Yeah, they don't always aim directly for you when they start their fire breath, and that makes them considerably easier than their Majora's Mask counterparts. I suppose it makes sense, though. Majora's Mask did try to be a little tougher in its combat in a couple of ways, though I don't think it fully succeeded at being tougher. That may not have been what it was going for, but it certainly did buff some things about the enemies compared to Ocarina of Time. Hello there, sir. Please start breathing on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the nice oxygen. Yeah, I'm not... If that does 4 times damage, I'm kind of surprised it's not killing these guys. Does enough damage, at least, though. Alright, give me your rupees. They don't drop as many as Majora's Mask either. They're definitely made to be a lot tougher in Majora's Mask, and I like them. It makes them stand out more. I like that, not I like them. But I guess I do like that. Whatever. Alright, we unlocked the door on the other side. That is what that route was for. We hit that button, and no, we were not able to climb this ledge before. I mean, it is twice Link's height, so it makes sense, but still. You know, it is a very tiny ledge from our perspective. But that's because we're just the floating camera that's floating a few meters off the ground behind Link. Right now, we're actually, like, looking down on him. Or, you know, we're angled a little high. Whatever the term is, I don't know. Is there anything to do down in those pits? Oh god, I missed my chance to kill the Beamos. I guess I'll not kill the Beamos then, like some peasant. Get past you. Wow, they haven't gotten a chance to show off their attacks yet. I guess I could just show them off myself. Why not? Oh, weird. One of my audio sources in OBS is called N64 Zelda, because it named it after the source that I have recording this game. Because I'm using window capture in order to, you know, have it be full screen, because it's not running at a 1280, sorry, not 1280 by 720, 1920 by 1080, there we go. I'm not running it at that resolution because I think it would look a little strange. I'm running it in windowed mode for the best recording, because if I try to play the game in game capture or whatever, it will actually look wrong. It'll show, like, screen tearing in a few places, as some parts of the screen update sooner than others. It's a very weird little effect, but yeah, it was very distracting, and so the only solution I found is to play the game in windowed mode and use window capture, and that makes it look great, so that's what I'm using right now. But yeah, I was experimenting with, like, a record the application audio, and I have been doing that while recording footage for my main channel videos. That way I can listen to other videos in the background and not, while not... what am I saying? Oh yeah, while not having the video I'm listening to appear in the recording, which is very useful. However, for standard videos, I've been using desktop audio just in case, the desktop audio source, just in case that there's some kind of bug with application audio, because it is in beta stage in the version I'm using. It works very well, but still, it could cause issues, so for any Let's Play videos or streams I make, I use desktop audio just to be safe. Now that my random, unsolicited explanation of my recording setup is done, I can reveal what I've just done. Put a bomb flower here, it explodes all those bombs, it lowers the staircase. Enough said. I think Navi would have said something about it like, hey, you should try putting a bomb here. Wouldn't that be fun? And I agree, Navi, it would be very fun. Bombs exploding only do a half a heart of damage to you no matter how close you are to the bomb. They always do a half a heart of damage if you're within the range. Wow, okay, there goes all the rupees I spent. I'm now back up at 99. All rupees are useless to me again. Yippee! Or we got a normal Skull Chilla, and then we have a Golden Skull Chilla right up there. Let's take you out. Alright, what is up here? Let me check the map. We don't have the compass yet still, which is kind of surprising. Oh, we can get to 10 Skull Chillas in here. That's exciting. So, through this door, we end up going to the main room again, but on the upper floor. So I think I want to wait on that. Yeah, okay. The lower floor goes to a dead end, so I'd rather hit that first. May as well save the game while I'm here. The ambience in this dungeon is really creepy, and I love that. Not just because I really like creepy stuff in general, but just because I love it. What else is there to say, really? Oh, can I not access that? Oh, I can't. Ooh. I am unable to access that. Whoops. Why do I sound very sarcastic? I'm stating the truth. I cannot access that anymore, so I guess that golden skull shell is gonna have to wait for another time, or maybe it's gonna wait for never, because I'm never gonna come back and get it. Yeah, I'm not planning to collect all the golden skull shells in the game. I'm only planning to collect 50 of them, and after that, I think I'm good. Okay, we have bomb flowers in here, but we also have statues surrounding a chest, so I guess we can pull the statues away. Oh, no! These guys are Armos. They are a statue that comes to life. Stop its movement and then destroy it. Easiest way to stop its movement is to use a bomb, just like with the Beamos. It will then charge at you for a last-ditch effort attack to explode you, but if you stay away from it, you'll be fine. I believe you can also just hit them with the sword, and that works too. This should be the compass. Okay, I was just wondering where this thing was. Open it up. It's our blue hockey puck! Now you can see the locations of many hidden things in the dungeon. Yippee! Unfortunately, no golden skulltulas. I believe these are real statues. Very cool. They are not Armos. Alright, the ceiling. Okay, there's one of these dead-end rooms that has a golden skulltula on the ceiling. I don't think I would be able to get it anyway, but I still am on the lookout for it. So that's why I was pausing for a second. Now we can head up the upward path. Head up the upward path. I really wish I could think of better words this time, but unfortunately, I don't think my brain is capable of that at the moment. I'm one of those people where our speech stat is randomized every single morning, and then you're just stuck with whatever you have. Alright, roll this way. Opens the door, gets on the floor, everybody do the dinosaur. Very old meme, but I like it. I don't know. It's very catchy to say. Open the door, get on the floor, everybody do the dinosaur. Pow! It is amazing to me just how fucking good Markiplier's channel is. Like, his videos are all so fun. He's one of the few large YouTubers that I can actually stand watching. Alright, is this an Armos? No, it's a real statue. I believe all the others are fake, which is interesting because this is the only one that has a ladder behind it. So yeah, I guess that's your hint. Go for the one that has a ladder behind it. The rest should be enemies, if I'm not mistaken. Climb up the ladder, hit the button. That should unlock the door. Open the door! Open the door! Where's that even come from? I think it's just a TikTok audio, isn't it? I don't know. I don't use TikTok, so I wouldn't know these things. Pow! Alright, that is an Armos, and okay. Bombs do not affect them if they haven't woken up yet. Good to know. I think their backside is weak? No! Okay, I could have sworn you could attack them with something Majora's Mask. I think I'm thinking of the Goron Punch, though. Alright, so you're going back to sleep. That's fine with me. Let me wake you back up. I want to kill all of you. Wake up! I want to kill all of you with the bomb flowers. Alright, come on. Pick it up. And then you're getting close for comfort. Oh, please, 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 stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, no! It's okay, we don't have to do it. Except we do, I'm committed. I'm committed now. All right, wake you up. Throw the bomb at your face. That should work, that should work. Perfect! Okay, this is the only one that has to die. I think you can actually get them going in a chain reaction. If you have one explode another inactive one, it will instantly wake up and go for the last-ditch effort attack. I think you can basically like get them to kill each other that way. It's kind of fun. I did not do it though because I don't like fun. I hate fun. Fun is the worst thing that's happened to society. Ring. Actually, no, I am quite the opposite. I am an extreme advocate for having fun above all else. Unless you're having fun disrupts other fun, and then it gets complicated. But that's as far as my main saying will go. All right. So yes, as you can see, we're crossing above the starting room. Man, this must have been so cool to see back in the day. Just the thought of like this huge room you start the dungeon in, and then later on you cross above it. Like, wow. I mean, games had already done that before Ocarina of Time, like with Quake and whatnot, but still, this is the first kind of like adventure game, slow-paced adventure game, where you're navigating a 3D environment, where that would happen. I guess Mario 64 did do the same thing sometimes. Wow, I'm really just freaking contradicting myself with this whole praising Ocarina of Time thing. Even though I am really trying to, you know, give credit where it's due. I don't want to completely criticize this game. You never know what'll be around the corner in these narrow paths. Yeah, thanks. I already saw it, Navi. Use Z targeting to always look in the proper direction. This is a useful technique, isn't it? Dude, the game has told me about this like 7,000 times. You don't need to tell me again. Okay, these traps are like lunging for me now. Okay, that's fine. That little animation there of Link bouncing up after being hit by the trap is a reference to Zelda 2, which had a very similar looking damage animation. Though I think in that game it was used for all forms of damage, not just traps or hazards. Okay, so we want to pull this block backwards and jump down. And there is a recovery heart back here. I actually do need that, so I will take it. I only have 4 hearts, so, you know, we don't have a super high amount of health to go around. Or super high number of hit points. There we go. That's what I meant to say. I guess while we're staring at this block for a while as I struggle to climb up to this ladder, I can tell you a little fun fact. Oh my god, seriously. I am currently playing the 1.0 version of Ocarina of Time, but the game did receive a 1.1 and 1.2 version. God, how hard is it to climb on this fucking ladder? Come on. I know it's easier if I push the block closer to the ladder, but there we go. I just wanted to jump over to it. It would look cooler that way. Anyway, I'm playing the 1.0 version, but this game did get a 1.1 and 1.2 version in later releases. I don't believe those releases had the cartridge all golden and cool looking like the 1.0 version did. Anyway, one of the things the 1.2 version did made quite a number of changes. One of the things it did is replace the symbol on those blocks, because that symbol is kind of just a slightly altered version of the symbol of Islam in real life. Nintendo does have a pretty big no real-life religion policy in their games, so they ended up removing that after some time. Honestly, I'm wondering how it made it into the game in the first place. But yeah, they replaced it with this symbol instead, which I will pop up on the screen here. Oh god, I'm forcing myself to edit something into this video. How could I do this to myself? Come on, I'm better than that. We don't do editing here at Omen C2. Okay. Oh, Omen C2, that's what I meant to say. Wait for another one to regrow. This part's kind of an interesting challenge. You have to master the timings of throwing. So you wait for it to almost explode, then you throw. And if you time it right, it'll blow up that door. I think there's also a way you can rest it on that ledge up there, but it's still very hard to do. So I think the idea is that you're supposed to time a throw. Like that. Perfect! Okay, let's climb up the ladder, get through the door. That is not the only change the 1.2 version made. We will cover the rest in due time. That's just one of the big ones I can talk about right now. There was another similar change the 1.2 version made. Very, very similar to the removal of the symbol of Islam. More similar than you think. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Alright. Climb up the walls, and then start to climb back down them for some reason. And then shoot my eye out, kid! I don't know. Is that like that's what the eye on the wall is saying, I guess. Please shoot my eye out, kids. Right, hit you. Got you killed. Hi-yo! Can do a spin attack on some of these guys. I accidentally did a quicker version of the spin attack earlier. Ooh, hearts. Actually, those are good. Let me get those hearts. Thank you. If you spin the control stick around in a circle really quickly and press B, you'll do a spin attack automatically without having to charge it up like this. What does that matter? You'll see. Okay, we got stage 2 of the Battle of Los Alfos. This time the platforms are slightly smaller, that is the only difference. Otherwise, you can still Deku Stick them all you want to. They still act the same, they'll still run away from you. You know what? Let's make this interesting. Let's go on the middle platform here. Come on. You there. Fight me! I'm like stun locking him. Alright, the other one has jumped to that platform for some reason. Nope, come out here. I'm standing on this platform. I'm not jumping over there. I think you can go over and jump to the one that's being aggressive right now if you want. It might be something you can do. Like after this guy's dead, I can find where the other one is, jump over to him. Perfect. For some reason, he's invincible. Okay, interesting. Man, and I thought Dark Souls had wonky iframes on enemies. Turns out Ocarina of Time's even worse at that. Oh, whatever. Ocarina of Time did come before Dark Souls, so it makes sense. Okay, I won't compare this game to Dark Souls all the time, though it is an easy comparison to make, as the games do play somewhat similarly. But other than that, you know, like, other than the fact that they're third-person games where your main character uses a sword and a shield and can use various other items, including ranged weapons, the games play very differently. Oh yeah, and you explore a large interconnected 3D environment. The games play very differently aside from that, though, so yeah. Not a very good comparison to make, but still a comparison. What I consider a fair comparison. Still, though, it is a bit annoying when frickin' every gamer out there compares games to Dark Souls all the time. I understand. And I am part of the problem, I will fully admit. So we have a second eye switch there. That shuts down both of those walls of fire. I don't think that pot has anything useful to us right now. Least of which Deku sticks. So let's go on through. Ooh, we got a big chest here. We got both the dungeon map and the compass. So that must mean this big chest contains our dungeon's item. I'm very excited. Let's take it. I don't know why I sound like this now. This is my excitement. You found a bomb bag. This bomb-holding bag is made from a Dodongo's stomach. A nice little piece of lore there that you would never normally get in this game. You found 20 bombs inside. Now you can set bombs to see and blow stuff up. What a lucky guy. Sure, I'm very lucky. I am very lucky to have explosives on me. All right, let's go. So, the bombs basically act as bomb flowers, except you can use them wherever you want to by just equipping them to see, and bam, there we go. We can throw them wherever we want to. The only other difference to bomb flowers is that they explode much faster, like so much faster. Honestly, I think bomb flowers explode way too freaking slow. We definitely need the increased speed. Or rather, the increased speed is very welcomed. There we go, that's what I meant to say. Okay, that door, I think that goes to a dead end. Let me check the map before I make a decision either way. Okay, yes. There's a dead end room down here. We'll start here, though I think I do now have to go all the way back around to get back up to that ledge. Whatever, should be fine. So I believe, oh no, you don't have to use the Deku shield on these guys. You can just use Deku nuts, so let's do that. Hiya! And hiya! Nope. Hiya! All right, let's see what idiot number 1 has. You win. In return, I'll sell you... No. I'm going home then. Yeah, you better. Find me something better to sell. Deku nuts. I did just use some... Fine, I'll take it. I'll take you up on that offer. I'll give you some money for the wife and kids. I'm sure they really need it. With how useless all your guys' items are, I'm sure you don't get much money. All right, so yeah, you definitely need that money. Take those 20 rupees or however much it was. Yeah, it was 20 rupees. Yeah, I do have to climb all the way back around. That's fine. Man, see how much easier it is to climb that ladder when the block is up against the thing? It's almost like I should have been doing that. Oh man, I have to go through all these rooms too. This is a bit annoying, but it's fine. I'm gonna be showing this backtracking on the screen though. I'm not editing this out. Y'all are gonna watch the original experience of Ocarina of Time. Y'all are gonna sit there and you're gonna like it. Or you can just click off the video, you know, if you want. If you're too bored by the backtracking. Hopefully the backtracking won't be too boring though, because I know we are gonna be doing a bit of it elsewhere in the game. Like, there are plenty of dungeons that involve a lot of backtracking, and I don't want to edit the backtracking out, though maybe I will, just because, like, you know, I do have a decent system when it comes to that, when it comes to cutting stuff out in my on this channel. There we go. On this channel's videos, which I've been using for Voices of the Void. Whenever there's a sequence I want to cut out, I just go silent. And then when I'm editing, I look for the large gaps in the waveforms where I'm not talking, and then I cut that out. That's it. Of course, I do scan the area first to make sure it's something that should be cut out before I do that. Here we have a sign. This sign says, "Giant dead Dodongo. When it sees red, a new way to go will be open." Curious, okay. The texture this sign is using is the very same texture that the sign on the castle fountain in Mario 64 uses. It even has the same placeholder text. El is real 2401 and all that. If you've ever heard of that sentence but have no idea where it comes from that sign texture. And people trying to interpret it as Luigi being hidden somewhere in Mario 64. So by stepping on that button, with that switch on, the moving platform goes higher. Now you can quickly reach the second floor. Why do I even bother commentating? You know? I was going to explain that exact thing, but nah, no need for that. Navi's got it handled just fine. You know what, Navi? Why don't you record this video? Alright, let's put this bomb here. Can't remember what's here at the moment, but I see on the map there is a chest. Let me guess, something useless. Yep. Alright, 5 rupees isn't useless, I guess, but... it basically is. In Ocarina of Time, it basically is. Rupees are almost never needed in this game. Alright, is there anywhere else in the dungeon's lower floors I want to go? Since now we have that shortcut unlocked, now would be the time to go back and see them. So there's a room in there we haven't been to yet. But I don't think I can reach that room. Let's go check, just in case I can. Since, you know, we have the shortcut and all, we may as well. Let's see if I can roll. There we go. Perfect. I no longer need to pick up the bomb flower for you. Hooray! I can just throw a bomb at you. And you even drop bombs for me now. Yeah, things will start dropping bombs now that we have them. Oh, wow, this is still considered a part of the main room. I suppose that makes sense. In Ocarina of Time, and I think other N64 Zelda games, the entire dungeon is loaded at once. It's just not all of it is being rendered until you enter it. Ah, I see. Wait a second. Can't you take a bomb flower in here? It would probably explode well before you hit this wall, but yeah. I think you are supposed to come back here with bombs to blow that up. But you might be able to get a bomb flower all the way through over here, especially since you don't have to pass through a loading zone. Hey, look at that. We got a golden skulltula, and one we can actually reach, too. That should be 10. That should be 10 golden skulltulas. Give me that token. Come on, there we go. Got a jump attack to reach it, but it's fine. Now, is that 10? That is 10. Perfect. Okay, I think that is all I can get in the dungeon that is optional, so let's make our way back up to the second floor, where we shall make our way to the end of the dungeon. And then we will end the video afterwards. How long have I been going? Okay, not too long. Yeah, these dungeons aren't super long. The beginning dungeons, anyway. The later dungeons do get much longer. So I might have to spend, like, you know, one entire video on them, and even then, those videos might be, like, an hour long or more. Ooh, get on. Yes! Finally caught this platform before it left. It always seems to leave just as I'm about to get on it. It is so annoying. All right, let's get off. That red arrow as, like, the entrance point system is a little weird, because, like, as you can see there, it's put my entrance as, like, that position, floating in the air over there. And that's only because I changed mini-maps to the second floor, rather than just having the first floor. So, you know, it's not really where I came from, but I guess it is where I came from on the map. That does make sense. All right, never mind. So what you're supposed to do here is drop bombs into the eyes of the Dodongo, and then they will light up in red. Alright, you could interpret this as that being the Dodongo's blood, and you're bombing its eyes out. Or you could interpret it as, like, the fire of the explosion is lighting something up in there. Whatever the case, that's what you gotta do to open its mouth and continue. Maybe... Alright, this is gonna be a dark thought, but... maybe we bombed its eyes out, and then by opening its mouth, it's screaming in pain. Let's just continue. Alright, let me get these bombs first, though. Oh, wait, hearts? I do need those, I'll take those. I said that very weirdly. I've been saying a lot of things very weirdly this episode. It's fine. It's overall okay, as long as the video gets done. As long as there isn't another, like, half a week between Ocarina of Time episodes, that'll be fine with me. Hello, guys. Welcome to my club. This is the club where I shoot you with a slingshot. I am the president, and we are meeting. We will be meeting once a week, and, okay. My shocked state can end now. I'm good. Okay, so the goal here is to push that block into this hole, that block on that ledge up there, because there is a switch down there that unlocks the door. Unfortunately, we can't climb up to the block from here, so we're gonna have to go the long way around. The textures of these walls look like cobblestone from Minecraft, I have to say. Especially the old cobblestone texture. Remember that? The much more rougher looking cobblestone texture? Not like the pre-1.14 texture. I'm talking about the old one. Like from the alpha and beta versions. I think they changed it in beta 1.8 or release. I can't really remember. Would be fun to go back to those old Minecraft versions and see just how freaking antiquated the game was back then. I do think it is fascinating that, like, with Minecraft's success, it kind of opened up a new way of developing games where you don't, like, finish the game before you release it. You make like a prototype version of a game to be expanded upon later, and you release that to the public, you collect feedback on it, and you keep adding new stuff over time. It's a very interesting way to develop a game, and I think Minecraft is the game that like popularized it. Alright, there we go. Get the fairy. Fairies can fly through walls for some reason. I don't know why, it's just a weird property they have. So, if a fairy disappears into a wall, just wait around for a little while, it should come back out. I need to blow this up. I still am unaware, okay. On my first playthrough of Ocarina of Time on N64, I was unaware if crouching next to a bomb like this actually protected you from the explosion. Maybe if you're too close, yeah. If you're too close, it'll still hit you, but if you're far enough away, it will protect you from the explosion. The thing is, I kept releasing it right after the explosion. The thing is that the explosion doesn't deal damage for a little while afterwards, so it would always hit me, even though, let me see if I can do it right here. So we're gonna back up. Yeah, see, I would stand up and then take damage from the lingering effect it has, which is a little weird. This is not... Yes, it is an Armos. Okay, just took a while to show itself. With bombs, killing these guys is easier than ever. Come on, blow up, blow up, blow up. Perfect! That's the bombs. Faster explosion timers for you. Let me get those back. I think they give 5 bombs. Yep, that was 5. I know what 7 minus 2 is. I hope I do, anyway. Yes, it is 5. I know. I did it in my head just 2 seconds ago. Did the block I moved stay where it is, or I'm gonna have to climb up that wall again and go past the fire keys again? Yeah, the fire keys are among the reasons why you... It did. Usually they don't reset the block positions, but... Actually, do they? I don't know, I can't really remember. Anyway, these fire keys are one of the big reasons why you want to have the Hylian shield equipped. Because... if you get hit and you have the Deku Shield equipped, even if you're not blocking with it, it will burn up because you're lit on fire. And that goes for any enemy that deals, that lights you on fire. If you have the Deku Shield equipped and you're lit on fire, it burns up and you lose it. And you're gonna have to buy it from a business scrub or something like that. So yeah, you want the Hylian Shield for this dungeon, absolutely. Ooh, we're about to get down to 1 heart, and when 1 heart appears, when you get down to 1 heart, very fun stuff happens. And that is, your ears beg for mercy. Okay, never mind. Your ears have been spared for now. I would actually like to make a main channel video about that. When you get low health in this game, when you get 1 heart remaining, a beeping noise plays to warn you about it. However, I don't think that should be, like, the main way of signifying low health in games, and yet so many games did it. It's like, it's super annoying, and nobody likes it, even though it does have some genuine use. Like, if you're not looking at the health bar, you might not notice how low your health is getting, and so you might need the beeps sometimes, but you certainly don't need the beeps all the time, and yet... so many games, especially back then, so many games insist on having the beeping persist for as long as you're low on health. Even though what they really should do is beep a couple of times and then leave you in silence, since now you've been warned about it. Now you know, you're aware your health is low, and so you don't need the warning anymore. But for whatever reason, Ocarina of Time just keeps beeping and keeps beeping and keeps beeping about it. And so do many of the other Zelda games. It wasn't until Breath of the Wild that they kind of dropped that. Even then, though, Breath of the Wild still plays a noise when you're at low on health. It's just not a beep, which is good. Certainly a lot better. Alright, well, we finally unlocked this door, finally shoved that block off the edge, unlocked this door, and now we load into a new map. You know what that means? It's boss time. I don't consider that a spoiler because we saw the big skull on the mini-map there just 2 seconds ago. Here we have something to bomb. It doesn't look cracked, but it does look like SCP-106 went into his pocket dimension there, or came out of his pocket dimension there, and that means that it is weaker than the average ground, so we can blow it up. Now, we drop in. This thing is pretty intimidating, not gonna lie. King Dodongo. This is a huge Dodongo that eats anything, even bombs. Give it a shock and finish it off with your swords. However, despite its threatening size, it is one of the easiest bosses in this game. You throw a bomb in its mouth, you jump attack its head, and then you guard with the shield. Even if you're standing in front of it, guarding with the Hylian shield like this will block every single amount of damage the thing could have possibly done to you while rolling at you. Then it'll end up on the other side of the room, and then it keeps rolling. Okay, I guess I have to cut it off at the pass. If you're out of bombs, you have bomb flowers on every side of the arena, so you will never not have the ability to kill this thing. I think this is the only way you can kill it is using bombs. There might be some other way I don't know, but this is the main way you're supposed to. There we go, there's another jump attack for you, and... See, yeah, every hit was blocked by that. It is very, very easy to avoid. There is one attack it can do. If you let it charge up its fire breath there, its fire breath will go all around the arena. Let me see if I can show it off. There it goes. Just trying to mimic its sound. Yeah, the fire will go around the edges of the arena, so do be careful of that. Okay, now I think I would like to follow it on this side as it... Okay, it's actually going to turn to face this way. Coolio. Throw a bomb in. Stun it. And that should do it. Very easy fight, but kind of cool. I like this thing. I like its huge size. I like the arena it's in. I like how there's a pool of lava in the center. It's just such a cakewalk. Fortunately, though, I think it's the last easy boss in the game. What a gruesome death, oh my god. At least thank you for cooling down this center area for me. I'll take the heart out of your head, even though that shouldn't be where the heart is, but whatever. The brain container, I don't know. But what I was saying there with, like, this guy's the last easy boss in the game, that's not to say the rest of the bosses are that hard or anything. I think a lot of the bosses in this game are pretty easy, but still, this one is, like, super ultra mega easy, and the rest of the bosses are not that easy, so, yeah. Well, sorry to disturb you, but the Gorons want this place back, so I gave it to them. Sorry, not sorry. Partially sorry. A little sorry, not a little sorry. I don't know. Let's leave. It's me, Darunia! Well done! Thanks to you, we can once again eat the delicious rocks from the Dodongos Cavern until our stomachs burst! Why am I making this guy kind of sound like Sonic? What a wild adventure! It'll make an incredible story! I can't believe that the Dodongos suddenly appeared in such great numbers! And that big rock blocking the cave! All this trouble must have been caused by that Gerudo thief, Ganondorf! He said, "Give me the spiritual stone. Only then will I open the cave for you." So, you were just speculating that it was him, and then you revealed that no, in fact, it very much was him. Interesting. You, on the other hand, risked your life for us. Kid, I'd like you. How's about you and I become sworn brothers? No, there's no big ceremony involved. Just take this as a token of our friendship. A hug? No? Oh, the redstone, right. That might be a little bit better. Actually, I think I'd rather have a hug, but that's just me. It's off-center, how could you? You obtained the Goron's Ruby. This is the spiritual stone of fire, passed down by the Gorons. You don't know what he means by sworn brothers, but you've collected 2 spiritual stones. You have 1 more to find. Brother, you'll keep brushing up on your skills as you travel, won't you? You should go see the Great Fairy on top of Death Mountain. She will power you up. Hey, everybody, let's see off our brother! You did great! Come here and get your prize, a shiny core. How about a big Goron hug, brother? I like this scene, it's kind of funny. Kind of funny. Not super funny or anything. Yeah, don't get too confident in yourself, Ocarina of Time. You're not that funny. I don't know. All right. Before I end this video, I suppose I'm not going to go up to the Great Fairies Fountain just yet. I think I have been going on long enough. Actually, then again, it could make for a great stopping point, but it doesn't matter. I would like to check out at least a little more stuff around Death Mountain Trail, including this wall here. Actually, can I do anything here yet? No. Oh, wait, yeah, no, yes, I can. What you can do is shoot this guy down, and then this wall is climbable for some fucking reason. I don't know why it is, but at least thank goodness it is, otherwise you'd have to wait a lot longer to get that golden skull chilla. So there we go. Now I think I want to head back up to Goron City. There's another bombable wall on the way there, and then I would like to try and collect that piece of heart from the big thing in the middle. Oh yeah, and I'll also check out their shop, which I neglected to do before we entered the Dodongos Cavern. And then that should be enough content for one video. I know that a lot of my other videos on this channel are 2 hours long, and I'm making these 1 hour long for some reason, but honestly, I'd rather make the videos 1 hour long when necessary. It's just for large games, I like to make them 2 hours, just so I can, ensure that I get a lot done each video, as opposed to, especially when I'm uploading this infrequently.
They say that a fairy lives on top of Death Mountain. If you want to make it to the top, you'd better take a big shield with you.
I don't know, I just feel like this game isn't big enough to warrant having such long videos made about it. Okay, oh, hey, it was, Are you still trying to blow that up? Buddy, I've already taken care of the problem. Y'all have food again. Okay, maybe looking away from explosions really does prevent them from actually Yeah, that literally just didn't explode because I was looking away from it. Interesting. This is gonna have rupees, isn't it? I hate the wallets in this game. I guess I haven't been over that mechanic officially, but that's the reason why we can't hold more than 99 rupees, is because our wallet can't hold that much. Like, what kind of fucking sense is that? That's such a stupid game mechanic. I don't know why they decided it was a good idea. Hang on, let me go back out. I saw something in the entrance, in the doorway to Goron City. Okay, no, it's just more wall texture, that's it. I thought I saw like a glitch or something. Hello, sir.
You are incredible destroying the Dodongos. Do you mind if I call you Big Brother?
No, not really. I mean, would certainly boost my confidence since I am so small. Being called something like Big Brother would probably make Link feel very proud of himself. Alright, so we got a couple things to do here. One is to stop this guy underneath this overhang, which I should be able to do like so. Bomb it, please. Bomb him, please. Believe it or not, bombing the Gorons is how you get them out of this rolling form. This is what you have to do here. You do have to blow this guy up with a bomb. It's a little weird, but that's how it works. I didn't make the game. Link is impatient, waiting for him to come back. So am I, honestly. Come on, hurry it up. Do I have to look at him to make him move? Is it like one of those old game things? You have to look in his direction to make him do anything? Like, come on. Jeez, man. You're so slow. Alright, Hiya! I bomb you! Okay, I don't think this guy is bombed on contact. Let's see if this still counts as acceptable. Okay. Oh, does it? It played the noise. It played the do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Alright, I'll give you this in praise of your courage.
Wow, it did count. My courage, huh? I was so brave blowing this guy up with a bomb. Thanks for the big bomb bag, I guess. You say anything else, or no, you get right back to rolling. Rollin', 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 something, something, rollin'. The only thing I know about that song is that one of my 3rd grade teachers played it over the intercom when talking about recycling. So that song is very memorable to me for exactly that reason. Okay, honestly, I don't know if I think I got that bomb bag, but I don't know if I ever got the next upgrade bomb for bomb bag. Thanks, Navi. I don't need to... Wait, did that fall in the thing or outside the thing? Oh, it fell outside the thing. Oh god, I'm gonna have to restock on bombs eventually. Oh, I think that fell inside? Okay. So now it spins in a circle and lands on a face. We want the happy face. We do not want any of the other faces. Oh, we got neutral. Hey, at least that restocks bombs. I'll take that. In a little while, it'll start spinning again to give us another chance. Can I go more than... Jesus Christ! Can I say one sentence correctly? There we go, I did. Goal achieved. My god. I can't believe how bad of a job I have been talking today. I mean, I can believe it. I've had similar videos in the past. This might be one of those things, though, where I listen back to it afterwards and I'm like, you know, that actually wasn't that bad. But right now, I'm feeling like, oh my god, I could be doing so much better than this. Alright, I have to do better than that, sorry. Can I just spin it again right away? No, I have to wait for it to start moving again. That's annoying. Yeah, this is purely random chance as far as I'm aware. Maybe if you time it right, you can get it correct. Like, maybe it always spins the same rate every time. I'm not sure, though. Ah, we got the angry face. Gave us 3 rupees and told me to piss off in the process. Come on, I want the piece of heart from this. Maybe I can just, like, wait for a little while. I don't know where it would have to be facing me for it to always land on the happy face, though. Alright. Maybe that's good? Yeah, do that. I love gambling my bombs away. That's not gonna land it. Nah. I can tell. It was slowing down at the wrong place. Alright. I could also just give up on this. There's not much reason for me to do it. Alright, one more time. One more time, and then we're moving on. Man, with how much gambling I'm doing in this video, you'd think this is Fallout New Vegas or something. I guess it's not really gambling since I'm not paying my rupees, but still, I'm gambling my bombs. Alright, whatever. You get a piece of heart if you manage to land it on the happy face. That's all you need to know. Let's enter this door and be blown up in the process and see what the Goron City shop has. The answer is fucking nothing. Like, look at this. We got a red potion. I guess that could be kind of good. You know, I might use my fairy and pick up that red potion just to spend my rupees on something to make them feel even slightly useful. So here we go. Let's use the fairy, heal up those 2 hearts of health that are definitely needed to be healed. Otherwise, you got recovery hearts and bombs. Why does shop sell recovery hearts? I don't get you. All right, I'll take the red potion. As I just said earlier. All right, there we go. We have the red potion. Set it to that, drink it with... Yep, I know how to use a bottle, thanks. I would not like to buy something else. All right. I guess we'll end by talking to Darunia, seeing if he has anything new to say, and then we'll end the video right there. I'll end the video out on Death Mountain Trail, because I think I ended last time in Goron City. No, I ended it in, the Sacred Forest Meadow, so we could always end in here. Hey, brother, play that tune again sometime soon. Oh, you got it. I'm gonna play it for you right now. I think I got his voice wrong again. Whatever. My voice is inconsistent for him. That's just how it is. Oh my god, is it gonna play the whole scene again? It's gonna play the whole scene again. Oh my god. I love Link backing up cautiously like, I hope he doesn't smack me in the process, which he very much could. Alright, well, I guess then, that'll be the end of this video. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we shall climb to the summit of Death Mountain, meet the Great Fairy we've heard of, who is residing up there, and then we begin the hunt for the last spiritual stone. The spiritual stone of... Did it say? I think it's spiritual stone of water. That's the last one. But no matter how many times I hear that song, it doesn't get old. And neither do you. I was trying to make that clever and it completely failed. All right. Thank you all for watching, if you did. And as always, I will see you all in the future. That is not a good camera to end. There we go. Can we turn this way? Perfect.